Hi YouTube friends, this is Shozy G and I have something very special to share with you. I am building something and I want to give you an overview of what it is. Really quickly, I'm going to show you the main part of it. I bet you can kind of guess. Yep, it's a rocket. I'm building it for my mini dolls in celebration of historic doll, Maryellen Larkin. So let's take it apart and see what it's going to be made out of. First of all, for the very top, because I'll have to take it from the top down, is a funnel. This will get painted and that will get taken off, and that'll be the top part. Secondly, it's a 3-liter bottle that I have had to cut, and you can very carefully, I used a bandsaw, you can very carefully cut this with an X-Acto knife, start it out, and then cut it with scissors if you need to. I wanted a nice clean line, so that's why I used that. But I haven't made any openings in it yet. I just have my kind of base, so to speak. Alright? And then I wanted floors, so I took the bottom part, and that's going to be one floor, so to speak. And then I have the second part. This was from a second bottle, and this is the second floor. Okay, and then here's the bottom. And I don't think this was from a 2-liter bottle. Or 3-liter bottle. I think it was from a 2.5-liter bottle, but it fits. And then I kept this piece. It's from an old Oster blender. Its guts have been taken out, removed, and it's a little bit heavy, so it'll be nice and sturdy. And all of this will go, all of what I just showed you will go onto that after it gets done. After I line everything and put everything that I want in there. I went with a 3-liter bottle because I wanted this to be doable for you at home, and also I wanted to see if I could do it. I always want to challenge myself to see, can I do this? It's going to be a little bit tight quarters, but I'm ready for the challenge. Okay, stay tuned for what's going to go inside this rocket. Thanks. Okay, here's the control panel. I saved this insert from a candy box, and as you can see, when you turn it upside down, it makes a perfect control panel, I think. This is what I see when I look at it. So, it just needs another spray of gold paint, and it's ready to go. And so I have it kind of set up here so you can see it, but of course this is too big to fit into the rocket. So what you would do is cut along these natural lines here, and then you can even use like these two, for example, you know, and put them in a place, because the rocket is going to be pretty small. When you look at the shape of this and you see, wow, don't have much space inside there, you're going to have to portion out your control panel accordingly. So, like I said, I haven't done this before, so I'm going to be working on it now, and you'll see it as it goes. This is going to have to be built up on top of something, and I think I'm going to either use just cardboard and paint the cardboard and, you know, piece it together, which that's easy enough, or you know, foam something like that. Something easy, something that I've got hanging around, because I'm not spending a whole lot on this. All I'm doing is, of course, using what's around the house. That's the most fun, using your imagination. Okay, so what I've done here is I've gathered all kinds of lids. I keep hounding everybody to keep their lids for me, and it's been a challenge. Believe me, these people keep throwing their bottles away, and I keep digging them out of the recycling. So these are kind of unusual and fun, and I like them, and I like the color. I like the red. I don't know where this came off of, but it's a neat little lid. And then I found this little lid. I think it's from a conditioner bottle. And then these are toothpaste lids that I found. Clean those out real good. And then these are, of course, creamer lids, or creamers, actually, that I'm going to just cut and adhere, and I like the colors. These white ones will probably, these are from bottles, like probably from gallon bottle jugs or something that you get like at the dollar store or something like that. And these would be great to just spray paint them a color, and then you could put either a bead or a button on the top for the doll to push. Or you can you could take a piece of paper and put a panel on there with dots and handles and things like that. You can draw those on. That's easy enough. These are just some suggestions. I had this little tiny pouch. I thought this would be good for one of the astronauts. And this is pretty much what I've got accumulated, except for these two little bottles. I don't know if I'm going to use them or not, but they're old super glue bottles, and I thought, that's interesting. I like that. Okay, so that's the control panel. That's kind of what it looks like right now, whole. Of course, it will be chopped up and used in different places throughout the rocket. Okay, moving on to the next part. Well, you know, the inside of the rocket has like conduit or things like that to push air through it for the astronauts to have fresh simulated air, and of course they need to dispose of their waste and have water flowing throughout the inside of the rocket. So here we go. Look at this. These are straws. Now I've gotten these at probably one place in particular, QT. After I drink my drinks, I come home, rinse them out, and I was lucky enough to get the red one at one point. So these are what I just kind of accumulated, and I've spray painted a few of them already silver. So I have the silver ones. But I think that you have to denote not just the air ones, like that would be silver, but the water and maybe the sewage. So the red one would probably be like sewage, so people wouldn't tap into that one accidentally. Okay, so there's that. I've got Samantha here with me, which is really cute. Although she may not be going up in space, I do have her with me to kind of measure the height of the consoles and for the rocket. And I'm using this thin Ritz box. This was in the recycling. I started digging through the recycling. So it was in the house still. It hadn't made it out to the bin yet, so I feel good about that. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I kind of took the Ritz box and I measured. Now I did have a glitch. Look at this. I know, look at that. When I painted it gold, because I wanted to spritz it up a little bit, and actually dulled it down a little bit, and certain plastics, you can melt them when you spray paint them. So you have to be aware of that. So be very cautious when you're spray painting things. But what I'm doing is measuring the top of this, and it looks like these will fit fine. These will fit fine on top of here. So I was going to, whoops, just lost my box. Just going to kind of measure. So I'm going to cut this and we'll take a look at it. But I think basically what I need, according to, if Samantha was standing next to the console, I would need about, looks like 2 or 3 inches. That's about right. And I can use both sides of the box, which is nice. I'll just retape it. I can use the bottom and the top. And then I can cut in the middle, and I can use the pieces in the middle to make ends. So keep that in mind as well, okay? Do you see what I'm saying? I'll cut it up and then I'll show you in pictures. Thanks.